So one of my biggest dreams is to travel all 7 wonders of the world, which could be kind of confusing when you say that because there are now multiple lists of all different 7 wonders, and the original list was made based off of the Greeks' travel guides and what they believed were the 7 wonders of the world. But in 2001, the only remaining 7 wonder were the pyramids. So a Swedish foundation took it upon themselves to create a whole new list of the new 7 wonders of the world. The first one is Chichen Itza, and I like to say that I've been there, which I really haven't. I was supposed to go, but on a cruise, the travel, I think a bus broke down or something, and I was only able to get 2 miles into the journey, and we got to see a smaller view of it with smaller Mayan ruins. But so I like to say I've been there, I really haven't. The reason Chichen Itza is so important itself is that the pyramid is the largest that the Mayans have built. It's 90 feet tall, and the biggest time to go there is March 21st during summer solstice because the Mayans designed it in a way to where the sun would hit it and a snake would go up the side of the pyramid. And people like to think that Chichen Itza is just a pyramid when it's not. It's a whole area with many different temples and many different things going on. Okay, the next one is the Christ the Redeemer, which is the largest Art Deco statue in the world. It's 98 feet tall, 600 tons. A Catholic priest decided that he wanted a structure in Brazil that would show all of Brazil how much Christ loves them, and he went to the government asking them to build this, and they said it was way too much money, they weren't going to do it. So the name of this priest, Pedro Boss, he gathered up the Catholic community and said, we all need to put money into this statue. So that's what they did. None of the government paid for it at all. It was all the Catholic community. And a fun fact, the sculptor of the statue was Jewish, and while he was building it said that he converted to Catholic, and he wrote his name and all of his loved ones on the heart of the Christ. Okay. And we all know of the Great Wall of China, which was built to block off the Mongolians of the north. And it's really hard to say how big the Great Wall of China is because of all the erosion. There's about 4 million visits a year, and they think it's roughly 5,000 miles, and it's also said to be the longest cemetery in the world because as they were building it, people would die of exhaustion or starvation, and they would just throw bodies on and build over them. And that shows basically how large it is. Okay, and Machu Picchu is said to be the lost city of the Inca, when in reality, the Hiram Bingham was an American professor who founded Machu Picchu, when in reality a lot of people had already known about this. He was just the first person who realized its importance, knowing that was the last city that the Inca inhabited. And it's really a mystery because we don't know how they built it. We know that they didn't use the wheel and that they didn't use animals to get up the side of the mountain to build it, so it's kind of a mystery of how it's there. Okay, and Petra is in Jordan, and it's about 800 monuments altogether. It was an underground city that we found in 1812. What makes it so special is that it was built off of a water foundation where it was able to support 30,000 people, and at its time that was kind of unheard of. And yeah, we've only explored about 15% of Petra itself, so it's pretty huge, and we still don't know a lot about it. Okay. In Rome, we all know the Roman Colosseum. Basically, the whole purpose of its building was so the Romans could basically show off that they can build this. It's still the largest amphitheater today, even though much of it is eroded, and the entertainment inside of the Roman Colosseum was absolutely gruesome. It was either man on man or man on beast until one died. About 500,000 people are said to have died there, and over 2 million animals. And it's like a myth that the Romans are the reason for the extinction list, because every time they would go hunting for animals, they would almost take them off of existence altogether because they would kill so many animals. And that's how And the Taj Mahal is basically the most beautiful burial ground in the world. The Emperor Shah Jahan, I think that's how you pronounce it, built it for his third and favorite wife when she died as a burial place, and it's over 561 feet tall, and it cost over $300 million to build, and it's still the most visited monument in India. Yeah, so those are all of the 7 wonders, and I hope you all learned a little bit from this and you want to travel them too.